That's why I yell at people who try to both sides of the genocide. There is no both sides, man. It's ridiculous. He's talking about the Israeli side? No, he's not. He's talking about why people don't offer like immediate and consistent condemnation of Hamas or any kind of Palestinian militancy on a regular basis when shit like this is happening. It's so funny to think like you see cops violently brutalizing peaceful pro-Palestinian demonstrators in the Western world and go, yeah, there's both sides to this. It just happens to be that one side and their cronies and those who defend that one side keep doing all of the violence. Think about it, chatter. Think about it. On the one side, you got a 17-year-old orphan, okay, with a goddamn bathtub sniper rifle defending his fucking remaining fraction of a homeland from one of the most well-oiled military machines on the fucking planet that has already killed his family members. Like, how the fuck do you look at that and go, oh man, well, both sides are in the wrong here. It's like being shot, but in the process of being shot, you punched back. And going, why did you punch back? You wouldn't have been shot if you didn't punch back. Well, you shot me after. I mean, you shot me before I punched back.
Hands up for students! 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 Hands up for students!
Where was this police response during January 6th? Well, the police were the ones who were already doing January 6th, so it's kind of hard for them to respond to themselves, don't you think? You can ask that same question and be like, where was the police response at Uvalde? Well, once again, they were scared. They are not scared when someone is a peaceful student protesting against genocide. They love that. That's their favorite thing to do. Cracking fucking skulls in this situation is what the major role of the police is. Look at this fucking guy. You think this guy has ever saved anybody? The fuck out of here.
Free Palestine! 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 Free Palestine!
Clap it up, cocksuckers!
Free Palestine! 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 Let them go!
All right, we'll get back to this. Let's finish this off.
Aid groups have warned that an invasion of Rafah would worsen the already desperate humanitarian situation in Gaza, Jerika, where famine looms.
Deborah Pato reporting in East.
We strongly support Israel in its effort to ensure that what happened on October 7th never happens again.
When you said there's a lot that can happen in a year when talking about Biden's chances to win last year, I never expected him to get more and more unpopular with the youth. Yeah, I mean, I didn't think that he would be this fucking nutty and this disinterested in his own re-election chances.
But at the same time,
Yeah, it's so generous. Thank you, Blinken.
we are determined to do everything we can to bring an end to the terrible human suffering that we're seeing every single day.
Yeah, the weekend donated another $2 million to the Gazan charities. I saw my fucking goat. Yeah, Abel is the king, dude. The weekend pledges $2 million to provide food for humanitarian support in Gaza. A legend. I'm also working with some people to see if I can get some celebrities who are willing and able to communicate their positions on Gaza and Palestinians. All these people protesting are lunatics and hippies. Have you seen them? They don't care about Palestine. They just want to be seen in a protest. They couldn't care less about Palestine. Those people won't win this for you. How much have you pledged? We as a community raised more than $1.3 million. I've given, I think, around like 75 grand personally. In total. But, you know, beyond that, I've attended protests. I've covered the Palestinian plight for more than 10 years very publicly. But on top of that, I've also attended the protests myself personally, helped the student protesters, interviewed the student protesters in general. Ironic because the hippies that you're talking about in the 60s were also morally in the right. The hippies, the terminology that you're using for, and it has done you good, right? No, it really hasn't. I have, I mean, not that like I am not a victim of this at all. Obviously, my personal experiences, getting death threats, being called up, being branded an anti-Semite regularly, losing out on the remaining marginal brand deals that I already had, and 10,000 members off of this community just fucking leaving, never to return. Well, they're slowly trickling back in now. Is nothing in comparison to what Palestinian children are experiencing on a fucking daily basis. But notice how you went from how much have you pledged to it has done you good. Actually, it doesn't. What would do me good is shutting the fuck up about this issue and maybe even chirping about the student protesters, which is what you want, right? You want to hear that. Now, not only do you want to hear that from me, you want to hear that from everyone else. However, you also probably have noticed that many content creators refuse to talk about this issue. Why do you think they refuse to talk about this issue? They don't talk about this issue because it is considered very polarizing and they don't want to be offensive And they also don't know any better. They don't want to fucking do the reading. They don't want to understand what the fuck's going on. Or even if they do, they very rarely talk about it because there are a lot of fucking freaks like you, okay, who come into their communities and start chirping at them. And I, obviously, am very capable of dealing with chirpers such as yourself. But many are not. They see that and they think you're like a normal person and not some fucking freak who is defending an apartheid, who is defending a genocidal regime. Now, the thing is, the protesters are not there for themselves, are there for Palestine. They're there for themselves is also a laughable fucking delusional thing to say, as we are currently looking at what is happening to these student protesters as a consequence of their brave decisions. They're doing something that is right. They're doing something that is righteous. They're doing something that is incredibly brave. Okay? They're putting their bodies on the line. You, on the other hand, have never done anything for someone else. So you can't comprehend another person protesting for children that are being ruthlessly slaughtered with our tax dollars thousands of fucking miles away. You can't comprehend it, so you project and you say, I'm selfish. I'm narcissistic, so others must be as well. So there must be a different motivation here. That's it. All you have done is demonstrate your selfishness here. That's it. They might think it's right, but it's not helpful. There you go. And now you've moved the goalpost. First, you said they are doing this for selfish reasons. Now you're like, okay, well, even if they're not doing it for selfish reasons, it's not helpful. It absolutely is helpful. It absolutely is helpful. Even when you see, maybe not you in particular, but when others with like a shred of consciousness see 18-year-olds getting fucking cracked in the skull by a militant state for the crime of exercising their freedom of speech, for putting into practice what they learn in school about genocide being wrong, okay? Other people do also feel like maybe this situation is fucked up. So no, you're wrong. It is actually very helpful. But once again, it does not matter. They annoy people than they, wait, what? They annoy more people than they let people think? Yeah, okay, dude. No, they annoy you because you don't give a shit. That's the problem. Okay? You think everyone else is just as selfish and as stupid as you are in the face of so much death and destruction. You are the fucking dumbass, peasant-brained idiot that says, no, it's fine that my fucking tax dollars go to weapons that Israel will deploy on top of a civilian population in an open-air prison instead of the fucking potholes in my community, instead of fixing the fucking education system in this goddamn country. You're fine with that. Many people are not, though. You are in the minority. Okay? You are now in the margins. Have you seen the news outside your bubble? I have. You want to know something? Let me tell you. Let me show you news outside of my bubble. Okay? Biden's disapproval rating. That's news outside of my fucking bubble, dumb fuck. The majority of Americans think that Biden's handling of Israel is unconscionable and abhorrent and awful. The majority of Americans disapprove of Biden's mishandling on the issue of Israel. So what's up with that?